Anna Kendrick recently went on a podcast and revealed that she is doing something fucking incredible, and more people need to be talking about it and paying attention to this because it's honestly astounding. She is on this promo tour for her new movie, Woman of the Hour, which she stars in, but she also directed. It's her directorial debut. And this is a movie about a real-life serial killer, Rodney Alcala, who murdered and terrorized many women in the 1970s and actually weirdly appeared on a televised dating show before he was caught. But she talked about the process of making this movie, and specifically the process of when it came time to sell this movie and make money from it. When she realized that money was going to be made off of this movie, that it made her feel gross. It didn't make her feel good because of the exploitative nature of true crime. And so she decided to donate her entire profit for this movie to RAINN and the National Center for Victims of Violent Crime. And I was already incredibly impressed with this film. Like, setting aside the fact that this is a directorial debut and yet it has a very distinct and clear creative direction and very interesting creative and artistic choices, it's also just got this entire ethos behind it that is so unusual for films that are like mystery thrillers, especially based on true crime. What struck me about this film immediately was that it wasn't like sensationalizing this. It wasn't turning this into a spectacle like a lot of true crime does. It wasn't focusing on like the disturbing realities and inner workings of this fucking lunatic's mind. It was focusing on the women who were his victims. It was humanizing them first and foremost and illustrating just the injustice of when stuff like this happens. Because I feel like it is so fucking easy in true crime to get hung up on all the juicy details and all of the disturbing factoids that like make things seem interesting and weird and we get obsessed with. And remember that this is it. At the end of the day, these were women whose lives were fucking stolen from them because of some fucking selfish douchebag. And that's the thing, absolutely everything about the way Anna Kendrick approached telling this story, the way she continues to talk about it, the way she continues to advocate for these causes, is really beautiful. And it's really reminiscent to me of just the fact that women really deserve to get to tell our own stories. That's not to say like exclusively. There are plenty of men who have told, written, directed wonderful stories about women. Obviously, there are plenty of men who are beyond capable of it. But I just think that like this is really indicative of the fundamental differences to the way that women see these things and approach these things. It's really reminding me of that viral clip that's going around recently about Saoirse Ronan and Paul Mescal talking about, like, Paul Mescal laughing about how he wouldn't even think about self-defense in a situation, and Saoirse Ronan saying, yeah, women do all the time. And I feel like that kind of ethos is just embedded into every single frame of this movie. And it's just so beautiful and refreshing to see a story like this based on real people, that no matter how much or little screen time these women have in this story, it's their fucking story. It's the injustices that were done to them. It's the horrifying reality of what was taken from them. And I'm endlessly impressed. I really cannot wait to follow Anna Kendrick's directing career, and I'm just so wildly impressed by everything that she has done on this press tour as well.